because we all have this understanding, our connection is different. And I can totally say it because I have experienced it in my own life for the past years, when I'm with a group of people who are not in this understanding how the feeling is, how the interaction is, how everything is developing between us. And then when I'm with people who do understand the principles, doesn't matter how much, but just a little insight into the principles changes totally how people relate to each other. And I understood that these relationships are like, foundation for everyone's mental health. But not only, the enjoyment of life is different, the connection of the people is different in the terms of how relaxed you feel next to a person, how much do you enjoy that conversation, how much do you allow yourself to be vulnerable next to them, when you know that you're going to be understood, not judged, and not given advice. Just someone next to you going through what you're going, just being there for you. And I really, really started to appreciate that as more and more as life goes forward. So I thought this is the main primary goal of this community. But then I thought, okay, so there
That's
are
very
people.
powerful.
Oh, I love that you like it. And then I thought there are some practitioners that are in the UK and they are doing really nice stuff and they want to share it with our people, but maybe they don't have a platform. Maybe they don't have the time. Maybe they don't have abilities to do that. So I thought, why not create this hub of three principal people in the UK where practitioners can show their work they are doing and people around can know that there is something happening in the UK so they can attend these things. So this would be another category. And then also for this category, I thought about a practitioner lounge. So a practitioner lounge would be the same open conversations, but they will go in the direction of what's going on in a practitioner's life, who have clients or who have groups or who have, it's a different kind of conversation rather than just the coffee hours we're having right now. And I thought also for a practitioner, it's important to have this conversation of peers that can understand the same struggles that you're going through. And then not only struggles, but also celebrating the wins, sharing ideas, networking, creating something together, having someone like create friendships of people who understand what you're doing. So you just can call and say, I have this thing for my client, what should I do? So yeah, I thought about this. And then I fought for another category of people, like practitioners who want to develop more, who want to grow their understanding and practice. And so for these people, I would have mentorship calls, maybe once or twice a month, with established senior practitioners from all around the world who would come and have a practitioner Q&A session for them.
Oh,
And to these people, I would like to give them opportunity to lead, to have the opportunity to experience how it is to lead a group session. So would choose a theme and then would gather the people in the community who would be interested in that theme. So they will have the opportunity to co-host with me that webinar in order for them to have this experience of how it is to lead a group.
absolutely brilliant.
Or another thing would be the facilitating hub. So they'll have the opportunity to have a short session with a client, and then peer colleagues can give them feedback on how they do that.
Wow. It sounds amazing.
And then all of this, it's created for the people to get to really know the person that is hanging with them in these online spaces. Like, really to not just see the name on the screen, but really to have an idea, who is this person in front of you? Like, I know Mama J is married to Rob and they live in Rugby, and she has amazing grandkids that she's visiting right now. And I know you like chocolate and coffee, so I can tell that I love you and I know you, and we have a relationship between us. But because we invested in it, we had the intention of, I want to know that person. And I want this group to be possible, in this group to be possible for the people to have this interaction where they really get to know each other. And then I hope, finger crossed, that our first in-person gathering would be in July, as we envisioned in our co-creating this space. Um, and yeah, shortly and steadily after that, to be able to create these in-person meetings, hanging out, not conferences, not another retreat for practitioner, not another learning course, but really just hanging out with each other in a human way.
Nice. Oh my goodness. And how, I mean, I love all of it. I think it sounds amazing. I love the clarity. But I'm really fascinated. How did you get here? Because I've witnessed your journey from the bud of the idea to like, oh my gosh, chaos, what's happening in my head, to now this, really amazing sounding. The whole thing is amazing. Like, how did you get to there?
So, first of all, it started from inside myself. What do I cherish and value between people that I know and my experience? What was missing for me in this journey of 3 years of exploring the principles? And I think I'm a lucky one who got to form a friendship with you, with Adina from Romania, with Masha, with people who I can really relate to and feel inspired by our conversation. So I thought maybe not everyone have this, and why not? Because this changed a lot my life. So from here came my first um, general idea. But then how I came up with the other stuff, I was thinking again what was missing for me, what I would appreciate to have under the same roof. Like I can go to different places for different things, but there is no one main hub for everything. So I thought, why not, let's come and do that here. And also I had conversations with you, with the other members, the other day in Impact Activator, which is Mama J's community, with Sharon, with Wendy and Louise. And I think that conversation also gave me a little bit of insight of where the people are and what they need. And also, I had a conversation with Wayne yesterday, who gave me the hint of the idea, the hint of the practitioner development.
That's amazing. Well done. You know what, I really I mean, it sounds so good and it sounds so needed. And I love that it is so from you. And I also love that you struggled with it, because people think that these ideas come to us fully formed and they're
Mhm.
good to go, and that's that, once you get the insight. And it's not true. It sometimes it takes some iterations, it takes some stumbling, it takes some doubt, and then eventually, you find your footing. But you have to keep going, and that's what I respect about what you're doing, is you kept going. You didn't go, oh yeah, that's rubbish, who was I to think of this, and stop. You kept going, you reached out, you talked to people, and you found your footing again, and then even more has flourished. So I love it. It's like a plant, a seed taking hold, and then at first it's a bit all, like all over the place, and then it takes hold a bit more, and the roots come, and then the roots get stronger, and then it starts to grow. And here you are, your sunflower.
Yes, and I'm also this is just the first draft of this community coming from what's inside my head and my heart, but I definitely want to be moldable and flexible. And once people start to join more and more, I would have conversation. I would listen deeply. I'll see what's needed, and I'm really willing to be flexible and change things and add things and get over things. And a community should be a live mechanism, not only, structure, premeditated structure, and that's it. No, I think a community is where everyone has a voice and everyone is heard and everyone is listened to and everyone can ask for things, and we all can come together to make this place like a home for the people interested in these principles.
Nice. I love it. I love it. And you're setting the culture from the beginning. That's the thing, is that you're setting this culture of collaboration and connection, um, and equality, and it feels really solid. And when you set the intention and the culture from the beginning, you've got more chance of seeing that through. So I think it's very sound, very sound. I'll
Mhm.
just say that I'm really, really proud of you, because this is something that I wanted to do in my community, is encourage growth and connection and collaboration, and I really feel like I have, and I
Yeah,
really feel like you're a result of that,
yeah,
because you have people now that you you not only can reach out to, that you know they want you to reach out to them,
yeah.
and they want to support you and help you, because as we each support our own journeys, and we're supporting each other along the way as well. So you're a living example of what you're talking about. So
Yes.
well done.
Yes, definitely. I think this was one of the most inspiring, or the engine behind my desire to go forward, because I have experienced this in your community, and I thought maybe not everyone is interested in growing their practice in order to join the impact activator, so it's not the right place for them because they may feel intimidated by everyone that's growing something and selling something and exploring something. Maybe someone doesn't need to uh, share the principles in a professional way, but because they are understanding it and see the value of it, they also want to have a conversation with people in this understanding. So I thought this different community would be a great place to have what we have experienced in the impact activator in a little bit of different way. And
Yeah.
one important thing for me is like many of my friends, they still don't understand what I'm talking about, and they still don't understand what I do. um, so maybe I'm not really clear on my offers or how I talk about the principles. It's a learning curve for me, but I don't need to talk to people who are not interested in listening. Uh, and I know there are people who are really keen to be in these conversations, and I want them to be here.
Nice. I love it. I have to find my way. So give me one moment, because I got a bit lost because we were talking. So, um, and I didn't want to interrupt you. So, anyway, here we go. I'm really close to my grandbabies.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm a little jealous that you get to go and have time with them. I've been to Moldova recently. You know about that, and I have a newborn um, niece. Uh, she's just 2 months old. I have another one who's 8, also of whom I missed a lot, and um, it was the most amazing time to be with kids. I think for me, to be with kids is the most amazing time of my experience of
oh,
life.
yeah, they're certainly teachers. But congratulations on your niece.
Oh, thank
And
you.
and congratulations on your community. It is really a beautiful thing, and I think your instinct is right. What I love about what you said about um, it was born out of Impact Activator, but the reason why it's a different community. That's key, because we all have, you know, we're all connected, and we can all help everybody and all of that, but we all can be as well a separate branch of something, right?
Yeah.
Because you're absolutely right. People who come to your community, there may be crossover, but there may also be people who come to your community just want to come for connection and finding out what's on, and having that space where they can be in the conversation that they don't normally get. And that, you know, I'm not doing that because there's a certain direction that we're going in, and that's, you know, that's another arm, if you like, of the tree. So I
Yeah.
feel like there's these little branches growing out of the tree, the Mama J tree. And
Love that.
Sharon as well, with, you know, Beyond Let Them, you know, that's very, it's very strong. It came from inside. It's a very strong idea. Her community's growing in her way. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love everything that's happening.
Definitely,
And
we have been activated.
you have been activated, yeah. And then when I think about that, because my key thing is the activation and then the nurturing, so that you're not just activated but you're grounded. You're
Yeah,
activated and then you can grow, because you get activated but then you get a bit scattered and a bit, you know. So I see all of that, and I'm so proud of you.
I love you, Mama J.
I love you too.
Well, this is what I was talking about, because I was ready to film this video of the vision of this community on my own. And I was a little bit nervous, but once Mama J jumped on the call, suddenly I took out myself out of the conversation, and the conversation just flowed. Um, I hope I hope this place would become the home for all the people interested in the free principles. Doesn't matter new or seasoned, people who just learned about the existence of this principle, or people who are um, teaching and spreading them around the world. I want for you all to feel like you are having a place where you can come and be yourself and be loved and share love.